Hey guys, I am folding clothes. I got some thoughts that I want to share with y'all. Hold on. I just washed my hair and got out the shower. Ugh, I know I look like a bum, but that's not the purpose for me getting on impromptu, getting on live. So I want you guys to think about something. I'm going to show you in a minute. Rihanna showed up on tour with Jay-Z. Rihanna showed up on tour with Jay-Z. You guys say Jay-Z has no power. Mm-hmm. Y'all keep on saying Jay-Z is washed up. Jay-Z is being sued, this and that. And he and Beyonce are losing assets and selling. I think y'all are making up a whole lot of stuff when y'all say stuff like that, because where do you get the information from? Now, I'm not here to pump up Jay-Z or Beyonce, but I'm on live now because I'm going to say something really, really, really important and crucial to you. So let's see, is anybody getting on? Not yet. Okay. Well, let me say this. Rihanna shows up on tour with Jay-Z. Not too long ago, we were seeing in the social media blogs that Rihanna and Rocky were having a disagreement, and that ASAP Rocky was flirting with fans. Well, I have a hypothesis. I have a hypothesis that ASAP Rocky found out about the Jay-Z tour and knew that Rihanna was going to be showing up for Jay-Z and didn't like it. That's just my hypothesis. Y'all say Jay-Z and Beyonce have no power. Y'all talk about them as if they're leaving the scene. They're not leaving the scene. Jay-Z flexed. He showed the world that I can have a tour, and whether you say my tour numbers are good or not, I can get Eminem on there, I can get Rihanna on there, I can get whoever I want on there, because there's a system, and they have to show up for each other. They have to show up for each other. So if Jay-Z needed Rihanna to come show up on tour, she had nothing she could do but to show up. She had to show up for Jay-Z. All of these industry people are connected, and they have to hype up what they believe in. And you know what they believe in, right? You know they believe in, and they believe in. So the tour that Jay-Z had, and Beyonce showed up cutting his hair and showed up singing and giving him his accolades. Y'all think Jay-Z has no power. They're not through with Jay-Z yet. All these puppets and all this stuff I'm saying is alleged. I'm folding clothes, but I'm just letting y'all know that just like you have people that show up for you, these guys have to show up for each other because they have secrets that they have to keep amongst each other. And if Jay-Z says show up on my tour, then Rihanna just had to show up on this tour. Let me let you hear some of it. Here she go. Here she go right here. I said all that to say this. When it comes down time for the elites to show up, they have to show up for each other because they got secrets that need to be kept. This is letting you know that they're still parading in front of us this illusion. They're painting this illusion in front of us that everybody's cool, everything's okay, while the world is going up in smoke and things are happening. And I don't know about you, but a lot of people were talking about ASAP and Rihanna getting into it. This might have been one of the reasons why they were getting into it, because maybe ASAP didn't agree with her having to be on stage with Jay-Z. So, what do you think about that? I just wanted to get on here real quick. This is Graceful Exposure, letting you know that they show up for the white parties. They have no choice. They have signed on the dotted line. They have given their life to this world. Everything that they possess, they have, Cardi B, all of them have signed over to this life. And when it comes time to show up, like Young Miami has to show up and write a letter for Diddy, they have to show up because they have given their allegiance to another dog backwards. Let's put it like that, DOG backwards. Yeah, they have given their allegiance. So here they are on stage. Here she is on stage. Hadn't performed in God knows when as far as a concert, but she showed up on stage for Jay-Z. Y'all say Jay-Z is done. Y'all say he ain't got no money. Y'all say that he's totally washed up, he and Beyonce. They have not done the things they've done in this industry to be silenced. Not that easy, not that fast. And of course, they're going to be used and by the powers that be. They're going to be used by the powers that be. There's no escaping except God gives them a way of escape. So you got to remember this. There's always a possibility that a rich person can escape what they're going through. And I don't know who this is for. If you're on here and you're a celebrity and you want to get out of the situation that you're in right now with what you signed up to be with the people that are illuminated, there is a possibility through God. All things are possible. That's what it says. But they said it's so hard for a rich person to get into the kingdom. It's like a camel going through the eye of a needle. A camel, not even my finger can go through the eye of a needle. But the scripture says, with God, all things are possible. This is a Saturday. I am folding clothes. I just wanted to get on here real quick. I'm going to be writing a book, guys. A couple of books. And in these books I'm writing, a couple of them are going to be children's books. And it's going to bless those children that go through co-parenting, where they have to spend time with their dad and then spend time with their mom, and how they navigate through that. I'm going to write a children's book about that. And also I'm going to write a book about, well, I can't tell you all my secrets, what I'm going to write a book about. But I'm going to write a novel, a fictional novel that's going to be half true. And you're going to learn some things from it. But I just wanted to get on here really quickly just to let you know that they still are puppets. They still have to pay the beast. They still have to. Do you know that the Michael Jackson film that was just created, the biopic that featured his relative, his relative played Michael Jackson? Are you aware that it is the highest grossing film ever? I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a young man that got on YouTube, and I saw it the other day. This young man got on YouTube, and he said that he was around Jay-Z and Beyonce in this dream. This is a dream. All this is alleged. and that he went and hugged Jay-Z and Beyonce, was like, hey, how you doing? And he said he went over to try to hug the Will Smith kids, and they were looking like, don't hug me that close. Please, don't hug me that close. And it was some things that they couldn't say that they wanted to say. But he said that the guy that played Michael Jackson, that he hugged him, and he said that behind this guy that played Michael Jackson, that's his family. It's a cousin or a nephew or something like that that played him in the movie, in the biopic, that there was a big, large demon and several other demons were standing behind him that looked like gargoyles. And I don't know about you, but I've always looked at or listened to these individuals that said that they saw, and y'all gonna might not like me for this because you might be a lot of Michael Jackson fans, but allegedly, Michael Jackson didn't have use of that area and he sold it. Allegedly. Allegedly, these people said that they died and went to hell, and in hell they saw him with a leash around his neck, and they were torturing him, and demons were torturing him, and he was telling the person that came to hell that saw him, different instances, please don't play my music, please, they torture me more on earth when my music is played, when people dance to my music. Please tell them to stop, to stop, to stop. This is just something I saw on YouTube. That's all alleged. I don't know if it's true. But there's a spirit, allegedly, that's behind the music that Michael Jackson gave. And I believe that the times when he would go to sleep, or that doctor would put him to sleep, he would get his creativity from those times in the spiritual realm that he went to sleep, and that he was going to sleep, and that uh, allegedly there were spirits or demons that were giving him this music that caused him to be so famous, and there's just a price that has to be paid. And that he was even going to sleep just to get this type of music that he would be able to present to the world, and be so famous. Fame has a cost. Fame has a cost. Fame and fortune has a cost. I heard this song that said that clean money doesn't come easy, and dirty money comes easy, and clean money comes hard. That's just a saying I heard in this song. But I just wanted to tell you, this guy had a dream, and he said he was so scared. He said those demons told him not to share what he saw in that dream with anybody. I'm going to find it. Matter of fact, do y'all want me to find it? Let me see who's on here. Um, Thank you. Keep up the good work. You people are nuts. People can't just blow up for people just because, show up for people just because. How do you come up with this stuff? All I'm saying is that there is allegedly some things, this is true, this is not alleged, that Rihanna said she had to sign with Jay-Z, and that Jay-Z said either you're going to sign, there's two ways out of this building. Either you get out of this building by signing, or you get out of this building by going over the ledge. And she said, so she signed with Jay-Z. Now, that's something that she said out of her own mouth. Now, Jay-Z, they said that he can't fill stadiums up. And I think people can show up for people. All I'm saying is that Rihanna, with the rumors going around, and Rihanna's married to A$AP Rocky, there may be some reasons behind some of the friction that they had. This is just me saying there may be some reasons behind it. Or she just showed up because she has to show up. We don't know. She may have contractual obligations to Rock Nation still. We don't know that. But she showed up. She won't even show up and do her own concert, but she showed up for Jay-Z in this concert. Maybe she didn't have a choice because of who they're signed to, who they're connected to. They're all connected into signing to get the fame and the fortune that they got. That's just realistic, point blank, bottom line. Some people get fame the quick way, and some people get fortune the quick way. Even, I don't want to go off into talking about Burna Boy and Diddy and all that stuff. All I'm saying is that the industry has taken advantage of so many of our artists, and I desire to have a record label in the industry that doesn't take advantage of artists, that lets them be able to earn their way. I have children, I have sons and daughters that know music. I have sons that know how to play the keyboard, the drums, the guitar, all of that, like nobody's business. They went to music school. But individuals that are like that are not signing their life away, don't have the opportunity that a lot of these individuals get, and they have to sign their life away to do it. I desire to have a promotional record label, a company that signs artists to be able to show their gift without having to sign their life away. So you can catch me on Instagram, WATW_networking. And we're trying to network to get artists the promotion and the exposure that they need without having to sign their life away on a 360 deal or any kind of deal that will cause them to have to do certain things in order to be famous. Put it like that. That's what my desire is for people. So today I'm interacting with you guys. So do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody said Lucifer. Somebody said hi. So I'm not saying, all I'm saying is Rihanna showed up for Jay-Z, and they act like this is such a big deal. But Rihanna hasn't done a concert in years, but she had to show up for Jay-Z. Now there's a reason behind that. She's just not gonna just all of a sudden show up for Jay-Z. Come on now, she do her own music. Sometimes you're signed into stuff that you have no choice but to fulfill contractual obligations. So she may have a contractual obligation to show up. All I'm saying is there's a lot of people that said they're washed up, they're selling properties, they're moving out of the country. Jay-Z and Beyonce should be worried about this or that. They're not worried because they pay prices to get where they are. They paid high prices to get the fame that they've gotten. And I'm just saying, pray for these individuals. Pray that they can get away. They can get a way out. I just desire a way out for people that are in positions where they feel like their soul has just been sold and they don't know what else to do but perform. And even like Cardi B, she has a song that says she doesn't have to strip no more. She's still stripping. She's stripping on a bigger platform, a bigger stage. She's still doing the same thing. So what's the difference? The only difference now is that she's getting more money and she's getting paid for what she's done. You know, she didn't put out an album for a long time. She kept having children. And I believe that for a long period of time, she was protected by, she just had children. She couldn't do any touring, but she had to finally put an album out. And it's being promoted. And she's slowly accepting the life that she chose. And that's the life that she chose. So it's one thing about it, God gives us a choice. We have a choice. Right or wrong, up or down, we have a choice. Everybody has a choice. So what are you going to choose? Who are you going to serve? You have a choice to You have a choice to serve God or to serve the devil. You have a choice. So what are you going to choose? You're going to choose to live your life a certain kind of way. You're going to have many ups and downs. You may go out to the club and then go to church, or give your life to God and then fall back and go forward. Don't be hard on yourself. You're going to get it together one day. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has a pathway that they go through. But I want you to know this. Whatever your path, God will help you to get back up. You know, there's no such thing as a just man unless you fall a whole bunch of times and get back up. I don't know if you know that's in the scripture in the Bible. It said a just man falls several times, but he rises again. So, for those of you that have never done anything or never failed, kudos to you. But for those of us that have been up and down, there's a way that may seem right. But the end of that way that seems right is not going to be a good way. But there's also a way that you being authentically yourself and going through the tests and trials that you go through, and you're still trying, you're still getting back up. Keep on until you get to that place that you understand and get the help you need, and you learn how to pray, and you learn how to talk to God, and you learn how to be the person that you're meant to be. Always be authentic. Don't dim your light for anybody. Unless it's a good reason you're dimming your light. If you're making somebody feel comfortable. But always be authentically yourself. Don't let anyone change who you are to be somebody that you're not. Okay? Those are just my words for the day. I just wanted to get on for a minute. God bless you. Thanks for getting on with me. And I'll see you later. Hopefully, I'll be back on. Talk to you soon. Bye.